Hello and welcome back to the Snickerdoodle Knits YouTube channel. I am Jessica, the knitting pattern designer behind Snickerdoodle Knits, the design coach, group facilitator behind Pattern Design Circle, and I'm excited to talk to you about a brand new design. It's been a while since I've been able to host a video like this because it's been a while since I've released a new pattern, but that maybe just makes me more excited to be able to talk to you about this latest design. This is the Herringbone Hygge Pullover, and it's just all about cozy squishiness. This is my very first pullover design, and I am so happy with how it's turned out. It's just such a beautifully comfortable and cozy, practical knit to wear, but the little touches of the herringbone like dresses it up just enough that it doesn't look like super casual to wear it out. One of the test knitters, we were talking about the fit, and she described, she said the comfort level is 200%. So I just love that. It has a little bit of positive ease in the arms, which really help contribute to that. And otherwise, like the recommendation I have for ease is somewhere between -2 to 4 inches of ease. -2 means that's negative ease, so the finished garment is actually a little bit smaller than your actual body size, which means it's more fitted. Positive ease, so like the 4 inches of positive ease, means that it's a bit bigger, just more of an oversized fit. This here is technically half of an inch of positive ease for me. The pattern has 11 sizes from 32-inch to 76-inch full chest circumference. It was sized based on upper chest circumference, but then I know most of us know our full chest circumference, so that's the measurement I give you for really choosing the size that you want to wear, that you want to make. Let's see here. There's so many options, as per my usual, for my designs for what you can make. There is a short sleeve version, there is an elbow length version, there is 3/4 length version, and then there's the full wrist length version, all in the pattern. But I also give you instructions like what your measurement should be if you want to customize any of those lengths to some custom length that you would prefer. So this is the wrist length version. This is also the full body length version. There is full body and there is cropped version, both in the pattern, and again, you can customize that length as well if you want something in between or shorter or longer. It is a fairly simple knit here. It's mostly stockinette. We have some ribbing for the neckline, we've got stockinette, and then we got herringbone for the end of the body and the cuffs. I just absolutely love herringbone. It's super squishy. It's such a fun look. I don't know if you can see it quite as well with this dark yarn, but this yarn I think shows it a little bit better. So it's just, I love the look of herringbone. It is a little bit more time consuming to knit up because the stitches are coming at a diagonal, so it's not creating as long of stitches, so you have to knit more rounds to actually get the length, but it is so squishy. It's such a fun texture. I absolutely love it, and it's really not that complicated as it, like, learning it seems weird. It's different. It's knit 2 togethers and then slipping one leg off and then continuing to use the next one for the next stitch. That probably sounded like a terrible description, but I have tutorials, don't worry. And not everybody loves the herringbone, but not everybody loves stockinette, not everybody loves all of the other things either. So if you want to give it a try before knitting a sweater, go ahead and check out my tutorial on knitting herringbone, and you can just knit up a swatch and see what you think. So that's really, you know, that is the most complicated part of the design. Obviously we have increases in the yoke. This is a yoke construction. But then we've got stockinette body and arms, some decreases in the arms, but this is just a straight fit. You can add decreases if you want more shaping. And then we have the herringbone band. So this version is the cropped version, and it is the 3/4 length sleeves. I'll go ahead and I'll change in a little bit so you can actually see what it looks like on me. It's actually my first time having a cropped pullover. I have like semi-cropped store-bought tops, but they're barely cropped, like they're just barely shorter than what I'm used to wearing. So this is my first cropped top, really, and I've quite loved it. It's really fun. I think it's super cute. For some reason it just looks a touch cuter than the full length version, but I do really love this version too. These colors are my favorite. So the yarn that I've used here, this is Camp Fiber Yarns. Laura is based in Canada, and this is her non-superwash DK base. Of course I use DK, right? I love DK. It's just so squishy and plump and cozy. It knits up a bit faster than fingering weight, but it's not nearly as bulky as like worsted weight. So this is her non-superwash DK. I was very hesitant, honestly, to knit with non-superwash. I have fairly sensitive skin, and so I often find non-superwash to be a bit prickly, but this is so cozy. She sent me samples of all of her bases, and so I swatched with all of them last spring, and these were the two bases that I ended up choosing. So this is non-superwash DK. This here is a superwash. This is her Plump 85 DK, which is 85% merino, 15% nylon. This is 100% merino. And this colorway here, this is Lava Rocks. This is Baltic Amber. I obviously used contrast color for the herringbone. Some of the testers, you know, they knit the whole thing and say color, contrast color is not required. Have fun with color, do what you want. Then this here, like I said, is the Plump 85 DK. This is a fade that she made just for this design, and I am so in love. She made it. I kind of helped tell her what I want, and she made it perfect. I'm so happy with it. I really could just like knit all of my everything that I knit for the rest of my life in these colors, I think. So let me see if I can remember the right names for the right colors. I think this is Sparkling Rain, and then Reflecting Pool, and Babbling Brook, and then Mallard. Funnily enough, so Mallard was one of her existing colors. She created the 3 fade for me for this design, and I ended up naming the colorways, and she ended up naming my pullover. We were both struggling with names, so it was a lot of fun. So that's the yarn. It is so wonderfully soft and cozy. Definitely recommend. And she has such gorgeous yarns too. Love her dyeing. What else do you need to know? As far as techniques, I mean, we kind of talked about techniques, but we've got increases, we have knits and purls, and then we have the herringbone stitches is knit 2 together and knit 2 together through the back loop. And then I use a I-cord bind off for my bind off. Some folks just used a regular bind off in the test knit. One person even bound off just a herringbone stitch, which I thought was a fabulous idea. So yeah, that's I guess maybe the hardest technique is technically the I-cord bind off. But yeah. So So the pattern, like I said, it has all the customization things. It has 11 sizes. This pattern only has written instructions. Typically I write both charted and written instructions for my patterns, but because of the nature of this pattern, charted and instructions just didn't make a lot of sense. Like I could chart the ribbing, the yoke increases, when it, like, it just, you'd end up lots of different charts for all the different sizes, and it just didn't make a lot of sense to me personally. I could have probably charted the herringbone, but that's like a 2-stitch by 2-stitch chart. So yeah, so it's just written instructions, and it has the video tutorials linked inside of it. I also create blog posts for all my designs to share alternate yarn recommendations. So Laura's put together some combinations. Laura is the dyer of Cape Fabric Yarns. She has put together some color recommendations for other combinations. If you're not feeling the vibe of either of these, the recommendations that she's put together are dyed to order. So you order them and then she dyes them after you've ordered them and then ships them out to you. For this fade, I should say, the pattern is coming out. I'll probably release this video about the time of the release. Pattern is coming out Friday, February 26th or 7th, 20 something. January, did I say February? Friday, January 27th at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That is also the same time that the yarn will be available from Laura at Cape Fabric Yarns. She'll have kits for both of these color combinations, and these kits for sure, and probably these as well, I don't know for sure. She'll have a few that are ready to ship, but then she'll have them as pre-orders, so dyed to order. So you may have to wait a little bit longer to get your yarn. I know some folks are really excited about this fade, which makes me so happy. But yes, you can get it tonight as of this video posting. The pattern and the yarns, and I just hope you really love it. If you want to see test knitter photos, you can check them out on Instagram. You can check them out on Ravelry. And if you have any questions at all, go ahead and pop them down below this video. I just realized I said I was going to change into this. So if you have questions, pop them down in the comments below this video. More than happy to answer any questions you have. The pattern is available on Ravelry and on my website. The website link will be down below, which also includes the link to Ravelry on the page. So here is this version worn. Actually, I could show you this one up close a bit more. So this is the cuffs, stockinette fade, the herringbone band, and the fit. This is the size 2 on with a 1/2 inch pasta ease. All right, on to the next one. So this is the cropped version. Like I said, 3/4 length sleeves, cropped. It's the same size. For reference, this is where my hips are. I knit the same size, so this is a size 2, also with 1/2 inch of positive ease. Yeah, so that's this version. Here it is a little bit closer.